Hello, everyone. Today, I want to discuss today's news. This was reported in the morning, but I just got around to it. Cardinal Zen has been arrested in China, in Hong Kong. Sorry, China took over Hong Kong, and so this can be expected. The authorities arrested 90-year-old Cardinal Joseph Zen along with a singer and at least two others on Wednesday on suspicion of colluding with foreign forces to endanger China's national security, it said. Singer-actress Denise Ho, lawyer Margaret Ning, and scholar Hui Po Kwang were detained by Hong Kong's National Security Police, and the arrests were apparently related to their roles as trustees of the 612 Humanitarian Relief Fund, which provided legal aid to people who took part in the 2019 pro democracy protests that were quashed by security forces. The fund closed in 2021, and Zen is the retired Archbishop of Hong Kong. He is a fierce critic of China and has been blistering in his condemnation of the Vatican's 2018 agreement with Beijing over bishop nominations, which he has said is a sellout of the underground Christians in China. So he's long been on the case of the Vatican. Of course, he never criticizes Pope Francis. It's always Cardinal Parolin, and Francis doesn't know what he's doing. It's Cardinal Parolin's fault. Well, and I definitely place some of the blame on Cardinal Parolin, but guess what? There's a pope. There's a pope who could always cancel the deal. So I put just as much of a blame on Pope Francis. And so yeah, 2018 was whenever the Vatican agreed to this Vatican-China deal, when that allows China to pick the bishops, and then the Vatican, I don't know, seemingly can approve them, which they always have, and China has always picked individuals who are loyal to the government of China. So what they're called is the Chinese Patriotic Church. The communist government of China, they determine what theology they want preached in these patriotic churches, and the Vatican is okay with that. It's the first time in history that the Vatican has been okay with communism, actually outright supported it. There was a Chinese billionaire who said that the Vatican China deal is worth $2 billion. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. No one really knows. But he said it. I don't know. The Vatican issued a statement about Cardinal Zen's arrest. They said the Holy See has learned with concern the news of the arrest of Cardinal Zen and is following the development of the situation with extreme attention. Really? Yeah, I bet they're concerned. In September 2020, Cardinal Zen visited the Vatican. The Pope declined to meet with Cardinal Zen. I'll bet they're concerned. Cardinal Zen has been released on bail hours after he was arrested by the authorities in Hong Kong. So I don't know, is he on house arrest? I'm sure they're monitoring him. I'm sure he's not going to have any opportunity to ever speak to the public again. Guarantee you that. I think this is the last we've heard from Cardinal Zen. The last we've heard directly from him. I hope he publishes like a book or a biography or something, autobiography, that gets somehow placed in the hands of someone who can circulate it. But I don't know if that's ever going to be the case, just because of the extensive monitoring that he will be facing, that he already is facing. I'm sure that they targeted him in 2018. I'm sure they did, but he was still allowed to visit the Vatican at some point. So I see a lot of people join the live stream. Thank you for joining. I heard yes. Yeah, and on EVTN News, I talked about the Chinese priests who have been arrested, at least 10 of them. And it's just kind of sad how Francis sold out the Vatican, or he sold out the Chinese Catholics to the communists. But it seems like being a communist will make you a saint in the Francis Church. Cardinal Zen has said the Latin Mass in the past. In 2021, Zen criticized Francis's motu proprio Traditionis Custodes, stating that many Uh, many tendentious generations, general, sorry, many tendentious generalizations in the documents of the motu proprio have hurt the hearts of many good people more than expected. And he talked about the Latin Mass. He celebrated the Latin Mass, I think, in New York City. Um, Now, we did criticize him on this channel a little bit because of his hesitancy to criticize Pope Francis, and also um, it seems like he was a very big fan of Vatican II. Now, I think that at this point, I can't really criticize him anymore because how many of us would be willing to switch places with Cardinal Zen and be on what essentially amounts to 24/7 monitoring, potentially house arrest? Who really knows? But we expected that he would face this because he was speaking out so strongly against the communists, and that's what the communists do. They try to shut you out, and they say, "What are they doing to a 90-year-old guy? Why are they trying to shut him out?" Well, guess what? He's a threat. He's a threat to the communists, and he's a threat to Pope Francis. I don't know. It's a communist collaborating with Pope Francis. Is the Vatican really not communist at this point? I mean, come on. Yeah, the Vatican. I don't know, living purgatory. I don't know if the Vatican got 1.4 billion to keep their mouths shut. No one knows, and the deals have not been made public, but the information that has been released is not promising. And Cardinal Zen is one of the, I would say, one of the largest, biggest experts on this situation. Unfortunately, I believe Cardinal Zen will suffer the same fate as Benedict, and we'll never hear from him again. So that's very sad. It was really sad to see because I think Cardinal Zen has a lot of knowledge, and he's very interesting cardinal of the church. And I think maybe in 50, 100 years, well, 50 years after his death, I think maybe he'll be in consideration to become a saint because the Chinese persecution. He's kind of he's the one that brought attention to it. I don't know. We'll see. Have to. Hopefully, some of his writings will be released. Um, but again, I don't know. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We are the laity, and we will not be silent.